Madison YouTube channel. The Milwaukee Bucks were back, but they've now lost 3 in a row by a combined 79 points, including a 108-81 loss to the Boston Celtics last night. After the game, head coach Doc Rivers thinks the Bucks have lost their way.
We're playing. We were playing great, and we've kind of lost our way. And I think it's on both ends. I think offensively we had a great rhythm. And we've done it in spurts in the last 3 games, but we haven't been able to sustain it.
The Bucks will have a chance to right the ship on Wednesday night as Wisconsin native Jalen Johnson and the Atlanta Hawks come to town. You can hear that game right here on 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other. Jim's an onion. You got to peel back the layers to get to the good part.
He's not just a basic Bears fan.
Old Rutledge is at it again.
Do you think Dad's got good Instagram game?
No. Instagram game. Oh my God. What's the most embarrassing thing your dad has ever done?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Existing.
Savage.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
That needs to be a drop.
Yeah.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light. Sorry, Matt. Matt's turn. Matt's turn.
It's all good. It's all good. No. I'll get over it.
Do it again, Jim.
Brought to you by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
I totally stole thunder, and I apologize.
Well, you can beat him to the punch whenever you want, because we are in Milwaukee today. Matt is in Madison, which means he's more delayed than usual on his responses. Primetime War Time. Behind the glass, get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's Carl's Talk text line. This is more. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream and stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Matt Hamilton, what are you wearing today, Matt? What do you got on? I like the mustache.
A lot of horses.
My Charlie Crockett shirt.
And
I got like my corduroy hat. It's got like a Pegasus unicorn kind of thing on it. It's very fun.
It is tight.
Yeah.
It is tight.
Who's Charlie
because
Crockett?
it's got the wings. I was like, what's the difference between a Pegasus and a unicorn?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Who's Charlie Crockett?
He's a musician. Kind of like old school country. But he's
Sing us a song.
no.
Yeah, the piano man.
No, we don't want to get taken down off of YouTube.
Yeah,
With
exactly.
Matt's lovely vocals.
It would sound too much
I'm sure
like
they're
the original.
Charlie Crockett will be popping up like, oh, can't be taking his music. He's like right below Taylor Swift.
He's pretty
Taylor
big.
Swift, Charlie Crockett.
He's pretty big. He's made songs for like movies before. He did the intro music to Killers of the Flower Moon that came out like a year ago or something.
The hell is that?
That's a pretty big movie. It was an Oscar nom movie,
Martin
Molly.
Scorsese, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Literally don't know.
Scorsese movie.
Anything that's like an Oscar-nominated movie, I'm good. Like,
Even with Leo in it.
yeah.
It's like 3.5
You think I'm like a
hours.
big Leo fan or something? No,
I
I'm not.
just thought, just in general, like he's a good actor.
Again, I'm too old for him. Like I'm not
so you
interested
can't watch
in his
his movies.
I'm about like 9 years too old for the guy, so no, I'm good. Charlie Crockett has 1.5 million monthly listeners on Spotify. That's decent.
I was gonna say, I'm not saying he's a nobody. I was just joking that I don't think he's gonna flag the way that like Taylor Swift.
No, it's
flags.
definitely
Like,
not.
we might be off of YouTube because I said her name.
He's not selling out arenas, that's for sure. But it's not bad. It's not bad. It's the form of country that I can tolerate.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is also selling out arenas. Pfizer
Superstar
Forum,
Giannis
he shows
Antetokounmpo.
up.
He just said that he wasn't selling out arenas. I know this is your transition as well, but also like The Bucks, I don't think they're selling out anything either. From videos that I saw from last night's game, did not look very full at Fiserv Forum. I'm not going to lie.
Well, that's smooth
Monday night.
right there.
People are busy. People got work the next day.
It's Giannis's return, Matt. You have to admit this, that at one point in his career, Giannis returns to the Bucks, and it's shutting down the city.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's fair. I mean, I can't. I'm trying to think because he definitely has had injuries and come back. Like
He's never missed this much time in a row. 5 weeks.
Oh yeah, that is the longest
back.
stretch of time he's ever missed.
Yep.
Because the last time he
It
got
is also tough
significantly
because-
injured was postseason.
Yeah, and he did miss a full 5
Yeah.
weeks
Right, okay.
because of postseason. Yeah.
Also, like, it's tough because Shams literally said right before the game, like, what was it, 2 hours before the game that Giannis was expected to return?
Wait,
like,
Shams was right about something with. I thought Shams made everything.
Da-na-na,
Or is it only things you don't like?
Well, that's the thing.
This is the only
Giannis
things we
wasn't
don't
going to
like.
play, but then Shams willed it to happen. That's what happened.
gross. That was a laugh.
Molly's-
You're telling me that nobody else noticed that until Ryan played it? No, that was that laugh.
We noticed
That
it.
was Jim's Bucks gear laugh.
We noticed it. We just weren't going to say anything. We were going to let it slide for once. But Molly's here to
can't let
hold
it
him
go. I love
accountable.
that.
Molly's had to work around me too much today, so she's probably at a 10 with annoyance with me.
Basically.
That's understandable. I get
I wouldn't be
that.
surprised if she just goes into the other room to do the rest of the show.
I wouldn't be surprised if I just left.
Just gonna jump on the old drive
Matt,
home.
you got this.
Yeah.
Yep, Matt's got this. He's
Well,
good.
it's Rutledge and Hamilton throwback on Thursday.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What's
Looking forward
Molly
to
How
it.
about we do it on Tuesday, too?
What are you doing?
I'm out all
Why do
day.
you keep on asking everyone's private?
Oh, I don't know. Whenever I have to go somewhere, you guys are like, "Where are you going? Why are you gone?"
That's because you're going to like Switzerland or Charlotte or Utah or Canada or Switzerland or
Yeah,
Sweden.
so where are you going?
Or Milan. Like you're going to all these different places, and we are not. Like I am going to be at my home taking care of my children because we have appointments all day long. I'm going to be taking care of my 3-year-old, my almost 3-year-old, as he gets his hair cut and doesn't cry his eyes out while all of his hair is being shedded on my lap. That's what I'm going to be doing on Thursday.
That does not sound nearly
Your life
as
is
fun.
a bit more fun than mine. Exactly. Just a little.
All right.
So, Matt,
All right,
did
that's
you-
fair. Now I know not to ask. Molly's going to be gone.
I'm just glad.
Say less.
Exactly.
Yeah, you learned your lesson there now.
I sure did.
So, Giannis is back. The Bucks still stink. They got housed by Boston, and I don't think anyone here in Milwaukee even cares. I'll be honest, I don't think I care. In fact, the only reason I would care at all is Giannis, and I said this before, playing for the Bucks right now is the dumbest possible timeline we could be living in because the team is terrible. Molly, you said this before, that Giannis has said often he doesn't want to play for like a team that's just barely making the playoffs.
He doesn't want to scratch his way into the playoffs, the Bucks are trying to get into the play-in game, and also I think that they might be out of the play-in game at this point. I don't even know it anymore.
They're currently
God,
3.5
I hope
games.
they are.
They're 3.5 games behind Charlotte for the final play-in spot.
and Charlotte's actually playing good basketball right now.
They are.
I was just
He's
there.
got
I had a
Knipple.
lot of people telling me. And I think
They
the
love
Hawks are
Knipple
just
down
ahead of
in
them, and
Charlotte.
they're actually turning it around and playing some pretty good ball.
Everyone's playing
'Cause they
well
actually
relative
want-
to the Bucks.
Well, it's just here's the thing:
also,
if
like,
you're
they're
catching
motivated.
a team on a skid that is failing right now, it's like, okay, yeah, we can work our way into the playing game. These guys are struggling, but the teams that are ahead of you are actually playing well. So that's the problem. Like, why don't as a Bucks fan, I want to tank. As a Giannis fan, it's fun to see him play. It's fun to like look at the stat lines and be like, oh wow, Giannis scored 48% of the Bucks points.
Let's be honest here. Do you watch it? See him play? You mean you like to look at the stat lines?
Mm-hmm. Box score hero.
Okay.
And again, part of that is
Yes,
because
yes.
I don't have a way to watch the Bucks without going to like a bar or
a lot of people don't, which I am in that camp as well. It was easier when the Bucks were good because then they were on ESPN or ABC or whatever it may be, like quite often. But
They'd be
they're
on
not
Peacock,
anymore.
But they're not anymore.
No, you literally can't find Bucks. What?
They were on NBA
listen to me
TV
on
last
ESPN
night. What
Madison.
are you talking about? Come on, it's super easy to go find
Oh,
the
is that
game.
another freaking subscription I'm gonna have to buy?
Yeah, it's like the NFL Plus version, but for NBA. It's just, League Pass, basically, is what you have to buy.
I will say I've been really bad about watching the NBA this year. It just hasn't been a good product to me. It hasn't been interesting. Like, I don't know. It's just not exciting to me, but especially the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, I ended up looking at the score at one point, and it was like they only had 70-something points, and it was like I felt like the game was almost done. I was like, this is embarrassing. And the Celtics didn't even have Jaylen Brown. Once I heard that, I was like, oh, the Bucks actually might have a chance, but they didn't.
They stink. But here's the crossroads that we're at, is that right now, I think you can either be a Bucks fan or a Giannis fan. Because if you're a Giannis fan, like Matt Hamilton, you want to see Giannis play so you can, like, flex on your friends or see the highlights and say, that's my guy, he plays for the Bucks. If you're a Bucks fan, the best thing for the Milwaukee Bucks is for Giannis to sit, the team to lose, because, yes, they have to give up one of the two worst picks between them and New Orleans, but if they stink and New Orleans stinks, the difference between those picks might not be much. It might be one or two spots. If the Bucks go in and make the play-in, and New Orleans got the first pick, the Bucks, you could have a pick. The Bucks, would have been a 1. Obviously, have to give that up because that'll go to Atlanta, and then they end up with like the 12th, 13th pick. That's devastating. If you're terrible, and you end up with the 4th pick, and someone else ends up with the first pick, it's not great, but it's not 1st to 13th, which seems to be the Bucks' plan, which is asinine. So you got to do one or the other. You either have to be rooting for the Bucks or you have to be rooting for Giannis. They're not actually compatible right now.
Can I root for Giannis to put up 35, not get injured, and lose by 1? Like, that's the dream.
I mean, you do have a Pegasus on your hat, so you'll believe in anything. But
Matt, do you consider yourself a Giannis fan or a Bucks fan? Like, if you had to choose / lean more towards one, where do you land?
Bucks. I'm just like the hometown teams. I'm all Wisconsin.
Yep.
I'm gonna appreciate Giannis when he's gone, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch Miami Heat game or wherever he ends up going. Like, I'm not gonna get a jersey.
You're not gonna go out of your way to go watch a Bucks game.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. You guys know
I won't either. That's not a shot at you.
No,
I'm just
I know.
telling
But
you
guys know I'm a Rodgers fan. I don't have any other Rodgers jerseys. Packers only. So it's like that's kind of how I feel about Giannis. It's like I am going to wish him well, but I'm not going to jump ship off my Wisconsin team for anybody.
I just thought of farmers. You don't have to be lonely. It's PackersOnly.com.
Exactly. It's WisconsinOnly.com.
Goodness gracious.
They like green and gold.
That's Jim's TikTok, actually. Just kidding. No, to me, if you are cheering for Giannis to play and you are good with him playing, you are not a Milwaukee Bucks fan. Because if you were, you would want them to sit him. Now, I get it. It's tough. He's a superstar. He is literally the face of your franchise. He is everything to this team. And for the franchise to have to say, no, you are not allowed to play, that has to be incredibly tough. And it's Giannis, and who's going to tell Giannis no? I get that. But, if you are cheering for the Milwaukee Bucks, you don't want Giannis to play. You don't want him to get injured. In my mind, worst case scenario could eventually happen for the Milwaukee Bucks, right? Giannis could get hurt, his trade value plummets. Who's going to want him if he has a devastating injury like the one that we all know that we're not going to say out loud, but that could actually happen when it comes to calf strains and all the things that has been holding him out for 5 weeks, right?
Great mythology.
Yes. But that could be the worst case scenario. Something happens there, his trade value goes down, the Bucks get nothing for him, and then what? Also, if they win, they get into the play-in or something, then like you were saying, that lowers their chances of getting a good draft pick. It could just be the worst possible scenario for the Milwaukee Bucks, and I don't know how Bucks fans are okay with it.
844-770-3776. That's the Carl Talking text line. This is more. Do we want to ask, are you a Bucks fan or a Giannis fan, or do you ask the question, can you be both?
I think you can be both.
Well, we mull that over, Molly.
People are all going to say both.
Matt, tell us about. Well, no. So that's why I'm different. Tell us about Liney's, though.
That delicious Liney's. Actually, I did the live read for it yesterday, and I did on my way. I went home and got myself some Liney's Original because it is just a fantastic beer. It's crisp. It's clean. It's everything that you want in a beer, and especially me because it's brewed right here in Wisconsin. It's made in Wisconsin with that German-inspired brewing tradition. So if you're looking for a flavor for every moment, whether it be the juicy peach, the summer shandy, or the lakeside cherry, know that Line of Cools has your back, but you got to be 21 years or older to enjoy.
So I think we should go, are you a Giannis fan or a Bucks fan? Prime?
I think that's
Don't
fair.
make me choose. I just won't vote.
Jim, how would you respond to that?
I think we're going to lose people that
Bucks
don't
fan.
want to vote on that.
Molly?
What would I pick for myself?
It's not like a real life choice. You just vote. There's no like.
Vote. You just vote through it.
I'm just telling you what the Twitter trolls are going to do. They're going to take one look at it and be like,
Vote
I
and
don't
you
want to
vote
pick. I don't want to pick.
I'm here in Milwaukee. I talk like a German. They vote.
Eh. Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
Oh, you're going to say that I only watched this movie, but if you guys have not seen Just Go With It, there's a little blonde guy that's always in Adam Sandler movies, and then he pretends to be like a German, like, sheep, like, what is it called? Like a
Shepherd?
Not a sheep hoarder.
Shepherd.
No, like a sheep.
Talking about.
Is it like a sheep? Yeah,
farmer?
like you heard sheep. Yeah.
Shepherd.
David
You heard
Spade?
a shepherd, yes. It's a shepherd. A shepherd.
I was going to say like a sheep herder, but then it was like hoarder.
Put them together. I don't know.
Shepherd. Yeah, look it up. Look him up. No,
David
it's the
Spade?
guy.
It's not
Nope,
David Spade?
not
No.
David Spade. Come on, give me more credit than that. It's the other guy that's in all the Adam Sandler movies.
The blonde guy and all the other stand-up. That's the only one I
Blonde,
can
not blind.
think of. I didn't know there was a blind one.
Let me hold on. I'm gonna find it for you before. Oh, Nick Swardson. That guy.
Oh, yes.
He's in Adam Sandler movies?
Yes,
He's
he
in
is.
so many Adam
he's in
Sandler
Grown
movies.
Ups.
Yes.
He's in Daddy's Boy. Yeah, he's in a lot of those movies.
Now look him up. Now Ryan, pull some audio. I don't know if you can play
No.
because you probably
Wait,
can't.
I
But
don't
look it
trust
up on
any of
YouTube
this.
just so you guys know what I'm talking about. He's like that was just the voice that Jim just had from Just Go With It.
Okay.
Look it up.
Just go with it, guys.
Yeah, right,
This is
exactly.
Jim Matt Mai, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I'm an elite reader. Reading comprehension is like the only thing I'm good at.
reader.
Yes, it's the only thing I'm good at is reading comprehension.
No. You don't believe that's the only thing that you're good at because you're literally saying all these other things that you could be good at and better than people that are literally
Order, reading
professionals.
comprehension.
Look, all I know is I'm
Being
like
a minister.
what I'm elite at is being humble. all
No,
right?
you're not.
Big time.
Judgmental Jim.
On 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just a priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
I wasn't sure if I could afford college, and my family couldn't help me. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I found financial support beyond tuition. Even fuel, transportation, and technology has been covered. It's incredible that I'll be able to graduate debt-free. My advice to others, don't let financial barriers stop you. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
For over a century, one family has helped generations move forward. Christofferson Moving and Storage. They've built a legacy of trust celebrating 120 years in 2026 with transparent, upfront pricing, highly trained professional crews, and flexible services designed around you. They protect your home and belongings with expert care and clear communication every step of the way. Let them handle the heavy lifting so you can focus on what's next. Christofferson Moving and Storage. Your best move since 1906. Get your complimentary quote at christoffersonmoving.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
All day, every day, the Carbless talk and text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text Line. This is more.
Planning for your financial future shouldn't feel overwhelming. I'm Brian from Canopy Wealth Management, and I believe your financial plan should be as unique as you are. Whether you're a details person or you prefer the simplified view, we've got you covered. Plus, with our easy-to-use online platform, you can check your progress anytime, anywhere, even at 2 a.m. in your pajamas if that's your thing. At Canopy Wealth Management, we promise care, competence, and clarity in everything that we do. Get started today at canopy-wealth.com.
Paid for by Canopy Wealth Management. Canopy Wealth Management is registered as an investment advisor with the SEC.
This is Coach Greg Gard. I've lived my whole life in Wisconsin, and I know what people here value: hard work, honesty, and looking out for one another. That's exactly how Bank CMG approaches banking. They combine hometown values with modern tools to help people make confident financial decisions. When you want a bank that understands where you're coming from, Bank CMG makes sense. Visit bankcmg.com or stop by your local branch. Let's get to work.
Make your fitness goals last with Johnson Fitness and Wellness, the largest specialty fitness retailer in the country with 2 locations right here in Madison. At Johnson Fitness and Wellness, you'll find top-rated treadmills, strength equipment, ellipticals, bikes, and more, all guided by certified fitness experts who match the right equipment to your goals, space, and budget. And with white glove delivery and installation, plus flexible financing options, you can build your home gym with confidence. Visit one of their stores today or online at johnsonfitness.com.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
If you're in the market for a new car, I want to tell you about the place that I genuinely trust, and that is Metro Kia of Madison. I know buying a car can feel overwhelming, but when I went to Metro Kia looking for, first, a vehicle to fit my family of 7, and then a vehicle for myself in my brand new Kia K4, it just felt different. There was no pressure, no runaround from the salespeople. It was just honest people who actually listened to what I needed and helped me find the right fit for my life and my budget. So whether it's a reliable daily driver, something great on gas, or a safe ride for your entire family, they make the whole process easy and comfortable. So if you're thinking about a new Kia, start with the team that I trust, and that is Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer.
She's Molly Brown. I am Jim Rutledge. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. You've got Matt Hamilton back in Madison alongside Primetime Mullershine. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's Carbless Talk. Text line list is more. Our Side Unlimited poll question is, are you a Giannis fan or a Bucks fan? I believe you can't be both. I believe Molly agrees with that as well.
I do. Matt, do you agree with that as well?
No. I am both. I am both. I understand that Giannis not playing is the best for the Bucks, but I like watching Giannis play too. And the Bucks have not proven that they could do anything with a higher draft pick because their draft picks have been just as stinky as the team is currently. So I'd rather watch them play.
So, Matt, I get what you're saying, but were you watching the Bucks before Giannis?
I mean, casually, like I do. I would pull up the stats just so I had something. If I needed to clap back at Chris, who's a big Timberwolves fan, I could be like, "Oh, well, the Bucks are
clap back."
Yeah. I've been a box score hero for a very long time, and I love my Wisconsin teams. They're all pinned on my ESPN. I check almost every morning. I do the Wordle, and then I check ESPN and check all the scores.
And then you take a nap because that was a lot of energy.
Well, no, and then I get in the gym, and then I take a nap.
So Madison says you can't ask Matt this question. Remember the Aaron Rodgers situation? We also have Adam on Horeb saying healthy athletes getting paid stupid money should never sit, regardless of trade value. Play a stupid game.
So then they're spending however many hundreds of millions of dollars on this superstar athlete in Giannis. Mm-hmm. And then if he gets hurt with the injury that we don't all want to say, and it's a devastating blow to the team, then they're just screwed? Right. So they're going to get nothing in return.
And so I get Adam is almost talking about something completely different because we're not saying Giannis should sit. The Bucks should tell Giannis to sit. Those are two different things. And so telling Giannis to sit means, hey, man, you want to be a Buck for a long time. We want to keep you here. Our best way of keeping you here is getting a high draft pick because our roster is trash.
That's not how you keep him here.
The opportunity. He's not an idiot. Like, he knows this roster is trash.
Mm-hmm.
He said it himself. He doesn't want to be on a team that is barely making it to the playoffs. And if he stays with the Milwaukee Bucks, you are barely going to be making it, probably not even at all, making it to the playoffs in the next how many years?
Because making the play-in game does not count. There's not even stats kept from that, like, long term. Like, they don't count towards anything. It's not a playoff game. It's just this sort of weird blob that, like, yes, you accumulate points and things like that in the game. They don't count towards postseason stats. They don't count towards regular season stats. It's just this sort of, like, other. So you're not a playoff team making this play-in. You have to win the play-in games.
I can appreciate the mindset, though, of Giannis and Matt. I guess I'm curious from, like, an athlete perspective if you've ever had this kind of situation. I know curling is different, but, like, I can appreciate the mindset of not wanting to give up. You don't want to let your team down. Like, when he can first begin to play, which was yesterday, and he played, like, I can appreciate that. I can understand that it's important to you as a professional athlete to go out, show up for your team. I understand that. And I do respect it to an extent.
Because nobody likes
like,
to
I
lose.
think No, and I think we all know my feelings on Giannis, that I'm over it, and I want him to be, like, I don't hate the guy, but I'm just like, move on to the next step, because it's not benefiting the Milwaukee Bucks for him to be here any longer. In fact, if anything, it's hindering them, which is exactly what we're talking about. But, like, so I can respect the mindset of it all, but it's just like, what are they doing? And I don't know if this is more of a, I don't know if this is an issue that I now have with Giannis and the team, or if it's, I have a problem with the franchise. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's more of the franchise thing, because personally, by letting him play, you're saying we're trying to keep you happy because we are going to offer you that Supermax, and you are going to be the one who has to decline us and ask for a trade. The Bucks refuse to take the lead on this situation and just be the bad guys. Giannis is also refusing to be the bad guy, and at the end of the day, I think the Bucks have the power to force Giannis to say, like, I want out. Because they are going to offer him the Supermax at the end of the season because they're trying to keep him happy right now. He wants to play. If they were looking out for their best interest as an organization, they would bench him. They would continue to lose. We would improve our draft pick. And at the end of the season, they're like, we're trading you. But that's not what they're doing. They're showing Giannis that we are doing everything possible to keep you happy. We're going to offer you that Supermax, and you're going to have to be the one that asks out. And that's the way I think that this is playing out right now. And I think whether that be right or wrong, that's the Bucks front office. That's not, like, it's not Doc, it's not Giannis, it's not the rest of this team. This is their choice on how they're letting this play out.
You could also let this play out, sit Giannis, say be healthy, and then let Giannis see what you do with the draft asset you have. Let's say, best case scenario, you end up with the second overall pick. It means New Orleans gets number 1, you get number 2, Atlanta takes New Orleans picks, and you get the number 2 overall pick in this draft. And we don't have to get into the players are, but let's say it's an instant starter.
Okay.
And now you have Ryan Rollins, who's a nice young player. You have Turner, you have Giannis, and you have an instant starter, and maybe you, and I can't remember the rest of the contracts, but then all of a sudden you might be able to shed a few of the older contracts to put in some younger players, and now you built a team around Giannis, Turner, and hopefully quickly ascending, ready plug-and-play player, and then a bunch of solid role players around them. And now maybe you could sell Giannis of, hey, sign a Supermax, worst case scenario, you're here 6 months. So you don't have to do one. The best case scenario is that, because then the Bucks, they don't have to trade Giannis, and they still have the high pick. Like, there's no outcome this year it makes any sense to play Giannis, because you're not going to win the title, and that's the only thing on the court that would keep Giannis here. So what's going to happen is you're going to play Giannis, you're going to make the play-in game, lose in the play-in, and then end up with, like, the 13th pick.
So, okay, I have 2 questions based off that. First one, like, is if you tell Giannis that he doesn't want to play, is that going to upset him? Is that going to hurt your chances at convincing him that you're going to be able to do this? Like, again, he's a superstar. Superstars, I want what I want. And if I don't get what I want, I'm going to go somewhere else.
But if Giannis is who he says he is, Giannis, you want to be a winner? Yeah? then Giannis, you're smart enough to know that you winning these games for us right now does nothing good for us.
Okay.
You're smart enough to know that,
And
Giannis.
But is the one pick that they're going to get next year, though, like, if let's say that they sat Giannis, he agreed to it, they got a good draft pick. Is the draft pick that's coming in going to be the thing to change the team? Or, like, they need more than just one guy.
They do.
One young guy.
They do, but maybe they can clear the books a little bit and then get a little bit cleaner. And then you have another. Then, because it's another year past, you have picks in the future that you could trade away. In theory, if you wanted to keep Giannis. But also, Molly, in this world, worst case scenario, he sits, Giannis, the Bucks are terrible, they get second overall pick, and then they trade Giannis and they get picks for the next 5 years in first rounds, and now they also have a young player already on their roster, plus they have future young players coming in. They already have one building block.
That's the best case
as they move
scenario.
Giannis. So
I got a second question,
world,
though.
Does it make any sense to play Giannis?
So here's my second question. Is there something to, like, when you trade a player, you trade his contract as well, correct?
Yes.
Like, the other team picks it up. Now, if you just trade Giannis, like, say, right when the season's done, or as soon as you're allowed to trade him, that team can't sign him for as much as the Bucks can sign him. Is there ever, like, a handshake deal between Giannis and the Bucks that, like, yeah, we'll sign you to the Supermax, and then we'll trade you in the next 6 months to the team of your choice? That way you can have your money and go to the location you want, and we still get our draft capital and everything? Like, is that a thing?
I mean, that's just what Kawhi Leonard, not exactly that, but that's what the Clippers...
Kawhi Leonard was working for, like, a tree company, wasn't he? Allegedly.
But basically that's the way the Clippers were able to pay him extra money because of a workaround there.
That's a shame. This is a legit, like, here's a Supermax, Giannis. Now we trade you, and the other team gets you for the contract that if they would have gotten you at the trade deadline, they could not have paid you that money.
I would say that's the cynical way to, if you wanted to be cynical about Giannis.
Not really being cynical. I was like, we'll do you a solid. Thanks for everything you've done here in Milwaukee. We'll sign you to the Supermax, the second time Supermax, which no other team can offer you, and then we'll send you to a team that will have to pay you that.
It's a risk, as we talk about.
Yeah, because then they got to take that contract.
Mythology injuries. But if he gets hurt, now all of a sudden his trade value is lower. So I get what you're saying, but honestly, he'd probably make up the difference in the money if he went to Texas or Florida with no stadium tax.
Fair.
So, I mean, there's always ways to make up the money. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We got Jason Wilde coming up next.
Listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
It's not like a real-life choice. You just vote. There's no, like...
You just vote for it.
I'm just telling you what the Twitter trolls are going to do. They're going to take one look at it and be like,
Vote
I don't want to pick. I don't want to pick.
I'm here in Milwaukee. I talk like a German. They vote.
What?
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Matt Hamilton here for Leinekugels, the craft beer that showcases a commitment to tradition and quality, founded in 1867 in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. No matter where I'm at, on the ice, on my boat, or if I'm just watching the big game, I always have a Leine's in my hand. Whether it's the refreshing summer shandy, the smooth honey vice, or my personal favorite, the juicy peach, there's a delicious flavor for every moment. Pick it up wherever you get delicious beer, but remember, you gotta be 21 years or older to enjoy.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
At Carbon World Health, feeling your best isn't a luxury, it's a lifestyle. From advanced aesthetics and rejuvenating med spa treatments to personalized wellness care, everything there is designed around you. Whether you're refreshing your look, boosting your confidence, or investing in total body wellness, Carbon World Health combines medical expertise with a spa-like experience you'll love. Discover the med spa Sun Prairie is talking about. Book your consultation today at Carbon World Health, where wellness meets results.
With me is Sarah Pavlik, business manager at LSM Chiropractic. They have business technology from James Imaging Systems.
In a world where everybody's just a number and everybody's so busy being busy, they make you feel important, and I'm sure they have a lot of things going on.
One thing James Imaging Systems has going on is providing their clients with business technology expertise to get better work done and more value out of every dollar.
Absolutely. I cannot put a price or just a word on the value we've saved in every which direction. My time, again, the company has saved money as well.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation, and unmatched business technology expertise. Right, Sarah?
Correct. Yes. It's nice to reflect back and say we have a partner, not just a vendor.
James Imaging Systems. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
I worried that I couldn't work a full-time job and still have time for college. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I found my stride. My classes are flexible and hands-on, and I walk on campus feeling inspired. My advice to others? Make your dreams a reality. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Pizza Hut's Big New Yorker Pizza is back. For just $10 for a limited time, get an extra large pizza with 6 huge slices so big you have to fold them. Loaded up with your favorite toppings, like the classic and crispy pepperoni. It's the perfect way to feed the crew with giant slices and one legendary vibe. Big size, big value, just $10. Head to one of their locations. Order now on the Pizza Hut app or online at pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. Feed good times.
I worried that I couldn't work a full-time job and still have time for college. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I found my stride. My classes are flexible and hands-on, and I walk on campus feeling inspired. My advice to others? Make your dreams a reality. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
I'm Matt Hamilton.
And I'm his lookalike. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Jason, can I ask of you?
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Yeah. This has been the best segment I've ever done on this show, and I've really done very little.
Molly said it best. I said fart in the bathtub. She said gross.
I love Matt Hamilton. You are 1,000,000% right, Jim. That should be a drop, too.
Thank you.
Dynamite drop in, my guy.
Thank you.
Jason Wilde is on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that?
Jason Wilde joins us now on the Yuengling Hotline. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, now officially in Wisconsin. Jason, thanks so much for hopping on and joining us today. How are you doing?
I'm great, guys. How are you?
Fantastic. I am in Milwaukee, so is Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton and Primetime Orsheimer in Madison. And it's that rumor, players getting cut, all that kind of what's going to happen next time of year in the NFL.
Yeah, and center's retiring out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Right. Which I think has an effect on the Packers because Drew Dahlman retired out of nowhere, 27 years old. The Bears have Tyler Biadasz in their in Hallis Hall already today. Tyler Lindenbaum is someone else they're going to look at. So Packers need a center, so it does have an effect on the Packers with Drew Dahlman stepping aside and retiring at the age of 27.
It does. No doubt it does. On the flip side, I would also say that Drew Dahlman is really good, and it also has an effect on the Packers that their arch rivals unexpectedly are losing a really good player. But yes, it also affects, as you astutely point out, the center market. And, look, let's be honest. Just because you and I, Jim, both thought, hey, they should really they should pursue Biadasz, doesn't mean they were going to. He is 28, so he at least makes the age cut for Goody, but
barely.
That doesn't. Yeah, exactly. Cut him after next year.
Who is a harder age limit, Leo or Goody?
God.
That was such an easy joke, but it always lands, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I would say DiCaprio, but it's close. As long as she's not a kicker or a long snapper, then he makes an exception, and so does Goody. But look, you're right. It certainly does affect them, and I am fascinated, though. Speaking of teams that have situations, I mean, look, I don't have anything against Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah. I don't know him at all, but it is starting to look like the Vikings' decision to think outside the box and hire basically an analytics guy as their GM 4 years ago. Like, not only did they can him, right, but they're look, Aaron Jones being released or being scheduled to be released is no surprise, right? We kind of expect that for veteran players. That happens. But, like, the fact that they're looking at potentially parting ways and trading away their best edge rusher, really? Like, that's where they're at right now? That is a problem. And so the Packers certainly have their own issues to deal with in their own house. But it seems to me that everybody, I mean, who's winning the offseason before it starts right now in the NFC North? The Lions, who traded away a really good running back, but collected a bunch of draft picks and added a center of their own.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they got
nobody's having a great offseason.
Right. So it's they're all seem to be in position to regress. Now, obviously, the Bears will have some opportunities to fix what ails them, but I'm super eager to see, once the negotiation period opens next week, who ends up being aggressive, because right now the Packers don't have the salary cap space. Goody loves to say, well, we can do whatever we need to do, but you really can't. And I'm eager, like, you're not in a great position to do anything beyond that.
Jason, so it looks like Rich Bisaccia is heading to Clemson. Does this move now to college football tell you anything about his departure from Green Bay?
Not for certain, but it certainly piques my interest. And I had heard this from a couple people, so I was not surprised by it at all. But it makes me wonder a couple things, right? Like, and again, I have none of this from Rich. I have not talked to him. I have no idea what influenced his thought process. This is purely an educated guess. Is it possible that he looked at the Packers and thought, you know what? While Molly Brown and other opinionated media types think I suck at my job, I know that I don't. And I'm tired of working for an organization that does suck at plying me with what I need to be a good special teams coordinator. And so I'm going to move on, and I'm going to go back to the college game and get back to my roots. Is that possible? I'm tired of being scapegoated, tired of being blamed for I got our coverage units are pretty damn good. And he never gave me a returner, so you wonder why our special teams aren't impactful. Maybe if I had a guy who knew what the hell he was doing as a return man, as opposed to having to use Matthew Golden, who's never returned a punt in his life before he got to the NFL, or being told that we were drafting Savion Williams, who is the next Cordero Patterson, but then he returned 14 kickoffs as a freshman at TCU and spent 5 years there. So the 4 more years that he was there, he never returned a kickoff at all. Like, is it possible that he was thinking that way? Sure, right? It's possible that he was thinking that way. Or maybe he, was, who knows, right? Maybe Matt LaFleur wanted him to do some things differently. And he's like, no, I've been doing this for a long time. I know what I'm doing. But from what I understand, and I have no evidence of this, they had no idea that he was unhappy or thinking of a career change or a level change or anything like that. Like, they were legitimately surprised. Like, what Goody said at the scouting combine was the truth. It wasn't, spin. And if that's the case, one of my many questions, if and when we ever talk to LaFleur again, is, had you known this ahead of time, would you, if you'd have known it a week sooner, would you have given the job to Byron Storer before he took the job in Cleveland? Like, these are all questions that, quite frankly, need to be answered. And I hate coming on this show and having only guesses to give you in return.
That's okay, Jason. We just like to hear your voice.
That's what you guys do too. It's fine.
Yeah, and I have another question about, you brought up Matt LaFleur. My question is about the NFLPA surveys that they let all the players do the voting. Like, how exactly does that work? And then how nervous should I feel as an owner of the Packers that my head coach got a B- and is the lowest in the North?
Well, I assume it works like our 12Q surveys. You don't have to put your name on it, but I always try to downgrade Jim, Matt, and Molly as my least favorite show to appear on because I always get clipped off of it, as you guys know. But look, I don't know the methodology either, right? Like, you could have, like, here's the question, right? Like, is it weighted? Do you throw out the highest and lowest grades, right? Like, let's say that for whatever reason, Matt LaFleur told this story on one of the, like, I don't know if it was Barstool or kind of one of the non-traditional interview shows, Busting with the Boys, maybe.
I'm not tight. Remember that?
It's not tight. I'm not tight.
I do remember that. Great job on hitting that button, by the way. Nicely done, Ryan. He tells some story where he was in like a cinder block room after they cut a guy, and he thought he was going to get his ass kicked. So I don't know who that player was. He never said who it was. But, like, there could be players that just think he completely sucks, right? They hate him. And so he gets an F- from those guys, and he gets a bunch of, like, B+ from most other guys on the roster. But those couple of grades drop him down, and it looks worse. Like Steno. Like, I guess if you're Steno and you get a C, like, first of all, C's get degrees. Am I right?
Yeah. They don't get chips.
Secondly, like, is it possible that he got a mediocre, middling grade because nobody really knows what the hell he does? Right? Like, he doesn't call the plays. Like, I asked Chewy the same question. Like, what grade do you give Sherm Lewis if you're taking the survey back in 1996? Like, through no fault of Sherm Lewis's, who never called the plays under Holmgren. Like, yeah, he's a nice guy. I don't know. I liked having a beer with him. I'll give him an A. Like, so I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I love the fact that that the NFL won that lawsuit, and then they did. The NFLPA did not release the results. They just leaked it to everybody and their brother. Right. So I don't know. I would say there were a couple of things that would concern me. I would say the part about the training staff, not the training facility, because they're getting a whole new training room anyway. So that I don't think is a big deal. But like there was a line in there about how there's a level of distrust with the training staff. That took me completely by surprise because from everything that I know of a bunch of guys, and Brian Bulaga will tell you this too, like Flea, Brian Engel, and Adam, and all these other guys that they have in there, I was under the impression, Nate, Weir, that they were extremely highly regarded by players. So the fact that there was that kind of dragging them down really surprised me. And then the one thing about the LaFleur, not so much the grade, but that he was the second lowest rated among NFL head coaches in respect for players. Like, I don't want to be the old-timer kids today, they don't know how good they have it guy, right? Because I that's a terrible old man yelling at cloud guy. But, like, what does that mean exactly? Like, if players, like Matt LaFleur, from what I can tell, and from the players that I talk to that have their act together, is like really good to players, right? Like, and you know, I took some heat from fans when I did a story after the season talking to the highest profile players about LaFleur, and they were all and they all gave him these really strong endorsements to keep him as the coach. And I had all these people say, well, what the hell are they going to say? And I had to try, and I tried, and I don't know if I succeeded or not, but I tried to explain to them that, look, there's a way to say what you need to say to not look like you're trying to get rid of the coach without giving them anything close to a really strong vote of support, right? We all understand that, right? We can read between the lines. Mm-hmm. And you can, like, I'll give you an example. Rasheed Walker gave a really half-hearted, half-assed response about LaFleur. It was pretty clear that Rasheed Walker didn't like the fact that they were trying to constantly replace him with Jordan Morgan, or didn't like that Matt LaFleur slapped him on his wee-wee for saying that we're going to go undefeated, or whatever it was. But you could tell, even though he said, I think Matt's a good coach, that he didn't really mean it. And so when I talked to McKinney, and I talked to Parsons, and I talked to Evan Williams, and I talked to Tucker Kraft, like, they left no doubt about how they felt about LaFleur. So if that's the case, Josh Jacobs, another one. Like, Josh Jacobs was probably the most adamant, him and Parsons. So my question is, are there a bunch of younger guys that have come up in the NIL transfer portal era that are not used to overcoming adversity, which our girls hear me talking about all the time, because it's one of the biggest things I think you have to be good at in life, in sports, in everything, is when things go to hell and go against you, how are you going to respond? But are there too many candy, whats, that have been catered to and told how awesome they are, that when things get hard and a coach gets after them, they don't know how to deal with it, and then they grade LaFleur poorly? Like, is that possibly what happened to some of his grade? That there's just too many young guys that have too much sunshine blown up their skirts, that they're not capable of handling negativity, and they think he's being mean or disrespectful. Like, that's what I found myself wondering. Am I wrong to think that way?
No, I think that's fair. I mean, I didn't really know what to think. Jim had me questioning the whole, like, who voted on it, and because I was under the assumption, it was just like players on the inside. He's like, yeah, but we don't actually know that. It could be players can vote for whatever they want. And I was like, oh, well, maybe Jason knows.
Well, I think they said that there were over 2,000 players that voted over that, because it was from November 2nd to December 11th, and obviously there were guys that were on rosters, off rosters. So I don't know the methodology there, but I think they said that out of 2,100 eligible voters player-wise during that window, that 1,700 plus voted. So I think they got better returns than they get for that stupid NFL 100 thing, right? So that's a pretty statistically significant number.
Is it a weird time to vote? Like, you're just getting into the home stretch of your season?
That's the other thing. Yeah, great point, and especially given the way the Packers season went.
Right. Yeah, right? How does that vote change now?
Right. Like, they lost 5 in a row after the balloting closed. So if if you think their grades suck now, imagine how they would have been had they been done on January 11th.
That's what I'm saying. It's concerning.
Jason, I got one more thing for you. I know your co-host is real big on Justin Fields as a backup for the Packers. I'm going to throw in another Bears cast off. Mitch Trubisky, I think, would be even better as backup. And I mean that for real because he's been a great backup in Buffalo. He's kind of knows the ins and outs of starting, and I think he could be a sounding board for a guy like Jordan Love.
Not only that, but he does a great job of ordering at the drive-through window in that commercial.
Yes,
when they bring him in as a backup, right?
Yeah.
He was not known as like a great studious like play calling guy, so that's a little bit weird that that's the commercial he did.
Really?
But that's neither here nor there. That's what I've picked up on from people that cover the Bears. That it wasn't that he was like not like lazy about it, but he was not like he's not Aaron Rodgers in his ability to call out plays, and he wasn't like this. He's not dumb. It's just he was not elite at it.
So, is he somewhere in between like Kyler Murray playing video games and Johnny Manziel never turning on his iPad? Somewhere
From
between
what I gathered,
there and Aaron Rodgers is what you're saying?
Yeah, like he puts in the work. It's just he's not. I mean, it's
He
still
could
what
use
it
a
feels
tutor.
like. Fields can read one play, or he can do one read and let it go. Like Mitch is not known for being able guy that can completely command the offense, which is most NFL quarterbacks. Honestly, I mean.
So my
understanding
is that it was pretty clear that Tausch was annoyed, which, of course, when people annoy him, you know who that impacts the most?
Jesse.
Me. No, it does not affect Jesse as much as it affects me.
Nothing affects Jesse.
And so I was kind of, it's true, because Jesse's all about Jesse. But what bothered me was that I think Tausch's point was actually a really good one, which is, and Cap got after him, and a bunch of Bears fans were his mentions and whatever else. And look, I know that Justin Fields, from the very moment he was drafted, basically was a disappointment, right? Because everyone hoped he would be something he really never was. And then the Jets, you didn't think it could get worse after the way their organization fell apart during the Rodgers period. Rodgers being part of that problem, but also I think just institutional ineptitude was also part of it. But we now know what Justin Fields is, okay? But if he gets to take a step back and spend 2 years as a reclamation project, none of us can say for certain that he can't be rehabilitated into a serviceable NFL quarterback with a team that has shown the ability to develop guys, including Malik Willis, who was left for dead by the NFL and now is the prom queen of free agency, right? I mean, he is the apple of everyone's eye. So, yes, you can quibble with the person that Tausch chose to bring up if you want. I don't. I actually think it's a good idea. But I like Anthony Richardson as the reclamation project. Still younger, right? Mm-hmm. Still not set in his ways, but also a guy that, let's be honest, he pulled himself out of a game because he was winded. Like, you're a professional football player. Like me saying that I can't finish a pickup game because I'm winded is very different, right? And so, and I don't know. We saw there was an exchange between him and Kevin O'Connell a couple of years ago where the microphones caught Kevin O'Connell being really supportive of him. Maybe he's an option for Minnesota. But they're clearly going to release him, right? If they think they're going to get something in a trade, maybe they'll get a 7th-round pick like the Packers gave up for Malik Willis. I don't think the Packers need to do that. I think it would be fascinating for them to do another reclamation project. And if they do it well, right now they got a guy in Desmond Ridder who is a reclamation project.
Oh, yep.
But if you do it effectively and the guy is capable and he was just in crummy situations like Malik in Tennessee, where how many quarterbacks' careers have died there, right? Marcus Mariota, who was the Mayo guy, Will Levis.
Yep.
Like all those guys, like that Cam Ward might be next for all we know. I just think that That's the smart way to go. And I always thought that even before the Malik Willis thing happened, like I thought they should have been doing it before Malik Willis. Like drafting Sean Clifford, who was like older than Jordan Love because he was at Penn State for so long, was ridiculous. But again, I don't, if your biggest problem is who's going to be your backup quarterback, then life is pretty good. And I don't think the Packers' life is that good right now. Like they've got other things they have to figure out that, replacing Malik Willis is something, but figuring out their offensive line, increasing their depth on the defensive line, and getting cornerback help is even more important than figuring out who's the next Malik Willis.
Jason, awesome stuff. We really appreciate it.
All right, guys, don't forget to disconnect from Milwaukee. Appreciate you guys. Take care. Be good.
We'll do our best.
Blame it on Jesse.
Thank you.
He's gone. That is Jason. That's Jason Wilde. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
This is Martin Selsaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
You, rah, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. Bring on the madness. Wisconsin men's hoops hoping to break its near decade-long Sweet 16 drought. While late season losses could affect tournament seeding, Ben Brust on why opponents shouldn't overlook Bucky's overall resume.
I would rather have a team heading into March knowing that we beat Michigan, we beat Illinois on the road. Wait till we get to a neutral site. No one's going to want to see our 2 guards and be like, whew, I can't wait to play them.
Episode 1 of March Mode, streaming on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Order today and get 0% interest until 2032 at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Upgrade now, pay no interest until 2032. Visit PellaWI.com.
Molly Brown here for Metro Kia of Madison. Metro Kia is Madison's trusted Kia dealership, and they are home to the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Looking to purchase, finance, or service your vehicle? Metro Kia of Madison is the place to go. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned Kia, you can browse their extensive inventory and find this month's specials at metrokiaofmadison.com. That's metrokiaofmadison.com. Find your new vehicle at your trusted Kia dealership on the east side of Madison today.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a warehouse operations manager.
Where are the forklifts?
Sold them. Too expensive. We're using scooters now.
So you expect us to move a 2-ton pallet on a scooter?
Just lean into it. Put your back into it, people.
This is a job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. Our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. Call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Norton.
Norman, it's a fake. Great call and great execution.
execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. The girls' basketball postseason continues Thursday night with the sectional semifinal as 2-seed Milton takes on 1-seed Edgewood. Tip-off at 7 o'clock, streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Also tune in tonight at 6 p.m. for Prep Mania Weekly with Hunter Vaughn and Dennis Semrau. They'll be breaking down all the local teams heading into the girls' sectional round and the boys' regional round this week. Last night, the Bucks stumbled in Giannis' return to the court, losing 108-81 to the Boston Celtics. It's Giannis' first game back after missing about 5 weeks with a right calf strain, and after winning 8 of 10 games, the Bucks have now lost 3 straight by a combined score of 79 points. Chris Canty of Unsportsmanlike wonders if continuing to play is the right move for both Giannis and the Bucks.
Why is Giannis continuing to play? I don't know that it serves him, and it certainly doesn't serve the Milwaukee Bucks. What's the point of him going out there and playing and risking injury? He admittedly last night after the game said, yeah, I feel like I've been playing at a deficit, like I've been in debt, like my account has been overdrawn all year long when it comes to my physical body. Why, if you felt like that for the majority of the season?
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
I'm conducting a social experiment. I'm trying to post multiple times a week with no insight or touch from myself, because I think LinkedIn is a vomit site full of pathetic losers who post about their business like it's their life and try to lie about their business. So what I've done is I literally go to ChatGPT and I say, write me a LinkedIn post about X. This is already working. These are the most engaged posts I've had on LinkedIn in forever. I'm getting new followers from it because LinkedIn is
broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is! People can see you, Molly. Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. The mountains of believe you know what to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
I let him shine.
Right.
Thanks, Molly.
This little Coors Light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. All right, Molly Brown, Jim Rutledge with you in Milwaukee. Matt Hamilton, Primetime Wollersheim together in Madison in the Everlight Solar Studio. You can see us in the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. And we spent the first hour talking about Giannis and his return to the Bucks.
Giannis.
And it just added to their losing streak, so we'll have to
He sounded like that, didn't he?
Yeah.
see where that goes.
Giannis.
Vote.
On the basketball court.
Football field. Football field.
Giannis Antetokounmpo on the football field.
Ha!
I'm done.
You sure you need him? You got a couple more there. This is the
Nope,
roast
I'm good.
of Jim Rutledge. All right, we're good. All right, let's hear from. I want to hear from Evan Cohen, who I think he didn't steal this take, but I think he definitely this was in the marination, this show helped contribute to this take from Evan Cohen.
The model franchise in the NFL when it comes to quarterbacks has been the Green Bay Packers. Hall of Famer, into Hall of Famer, into Pro Bowl caliber play. Should they really be labeled as the model franchise for quarterbacks anymore? Not that Jordan Love can't be great. Hasn't Seattle and Philadelphia done it better? They have found more guys that have won as many or more Super Bowls and been to more Super Bowls with more random names, faces, etc. than the Packers have recently. The Packers model at the quarterback position is no down years. They don't have down years. They don't have gap years. But if you think about it, Seattle got to a Super Bowl with Hasselbeck, won one with Russ, won one with Darnold. Philly got to a Super Bowl with McNabb, won one with Wentz/Foles, and then got to another one with Hurts, and then won one with Hurts. Those teams have been to more Super Bowls in that time, correct me if I'm wrong, than the Packers, and also won more than the Packers in that time.
That's more of a knock on the Green Bay Packers. That's more of a knock on Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers than anything. Because he's saying that they've had Hall of Fame level quarterbacks that didn't achieve to what their expectations were. That's not a Jordan Love thing.
Well, Jordan Love can't even make a Pro Bowl.
Okay. Oh, Pro Bowls matter now? I'm sorry. I didn't know that flag football not in Hawaii anymore doesn't even matter. Like, what are we talking about? Pro Bowl?
But he still didn't get on the list.
Who cares?
Shedeur Sanders and Joe Flacco got on the list.
So was Caleb Williams.
I didn't say anything negative about Caleb Williams. Did I say, Caleb didn't make a Pro Bowl? Caleb didn't do this.
But Caleb,
I don't give a crap about Pro Bowls.
Caleb isn't in the conversation, nor is Jordan Love as a premier quarterback.
Nobody's saying that they are. That has nothing to do with what Evan was just talking about.
But Jordan Love, you said this has nothing to do with Jordan Love. It does have something to do with Jordan Love.
Doesn't really have anything to do with Jordan Love.
The Packers would be better.
Okay. Also, if Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre were better quarterbacks too and could actually win in moments that they needed to win instead of throwing interceptions or making poor decisions and throwing it to Devontae Adams 15 times in a row, Packers might have more Super Bowls too.
Or if they won a division with Jordan Love.
Okay.
I know Jordan Love is part of this conversation.
Okay.
Like, he also is part of this conversation. He is part
and then
of the
you're
problem
slipping in
if they have a problem.
shots just to slip in shots.
Yes, he just wants to talk about
the point of the thing Evan was saying had nothing to do with Jordan Love. It had to do with his contract.
Right away. That is you taking a shot instead of being realistic about what we're talking about.
No
Who
division
cares?
titles. I'm sorry.
He's
why
been
is
the
Jordan
quarterback
Love
for
not
3
part of
years.
the
Who cares?
conversation?
Okay, I'm sorry. Jordan Love is part of the conversation because
It's
he
the
plays
contract.
because he plays the position. It's more so about the history of the Green Bay Packers than it is just about Jordan Love. And
But if Jordan Love was better, this would be part of.
Oh my God! Can we just talk about what Evan was actually talking about? He was talking about 30 freaking years of quarterback play in Green Bay.
Right, and Jordan Love's part of those years.
Okay, and he's part of 3 years. So move on. How about the other 27 years? Let's have a conversation about it.
We can't fix the past. We can fix the future.
Oh my God!
Which goes back to Jordan Love.
Okay, but then we're always going to talk about how Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre never lived up to expectations, that they should have done more.
Right.
There's two.
So has Jordan Love
Super
lived up
Bowls.
to expectations?
Did that come out of my mouth that Jordan Love has lived up to expectations? Did it come out of my mouth?
I'm asking you a question.
Oh my God. Okay, Matt, what's your thoughts on what Evan had to say?
Well,
Jim's annoying me.
From what I heard from Evan is he's got an issue with how the contracts are given to like Packers quarterbacks. Right now, we've got a top paid quarterback, and you can't put teams around him. You look at the Seahawks; they were able to do it with $30 million on Darnold, and having a capable play caller. Evan's saying the days of paying guys elite money at quarterback is not the path to winning anymore. It's not the path. And I you know what? I thought that was the way to do it. That's kind of how it's been. But you've seen a lot of these, like Jalen Hurts didn't get his contract until after he made a Super Bowl appearance. They did it on that rookie scale deal. Being able to pay a bunch of elite players around a guy that can get the job done but isn't the guy you win because of might be the new way. And the Packers might be stuck in that we need to find a franchise guy. We need to make sure they're happy, which in turn is giving them big contracts and then hoping they can make it happen on their own. And you know what, Jim? No, Jordan Love has not lived up to that contract. He is not the guy that you win because of. He's a guy you can win with, and he's a good quarterback. And he's a fringe Pro Bowler, but he is certainly capable of taking this team to a Super Bowl echelon if there was more pieces around him. And I don't know if there's enough money in the banana stand to get the pieces Jordan Love needs to get there.
Okay, so to Molly's point, because we've looked at this before, and so what Molly was hitting at is, one, I will say this, Jordan Love is in the Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott world, guys who are good and overpaid. That is the world that he lives in right now, and he's not elite. We've looked at quarterbacks before, and we've talked about this, and I'm going to make Molly extra mad by talking about the rookie scale deal. You touched on it. Up until Sam Darnold, it's really been rookie scale deal or truly elite. Brady and Mahomes have really been the guys. So maybe, to Molly's point, she touched on earlier, that Favre and Rodgers were never actually elite winners. They were elite stat accumulators. And the problem with the Packers...
That's easy to say.
the Packers have made the mistake of wanting to have a guy that looks like he's playing elite and paying them elite when neither one of those guys were truly elite, because elite might just be top 1 or 2 over and over again. And elite quarterbacks might have just been, if you wanted to trim that down even more, it's Brady and Mahomes. And so if you don't have Brady and Mahomes, you shouldn't pay any quarterback, including Dak or Brock or Love, because the difference between Jordan Love and Sam Darnold is not $25 million, which is what their contract difference is.
I'm not saying that they're that. I think we can all agree that the Seattle Seahawks took a huge gamble this year on Sam Darnold. Like, they were willing to pay $30 million or whatever his contract ended up being after one good season that he had with the Minnesota Vikings, under a coach that we have said to be the quarterback whisperer. Like, they took a gamble, and it ended up paying off.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if this could have gone the exact other way, and we would all be laughing at Seattle. So I don't think it's fair to be crowning Seattle. I get it. They just won a Super Bowl. They did, like, I'm not taking that away from them, but to be crowning them as being the future of what quarterback play is and what it all should be and how we should structure contracts and everything seems a little ludicrous to me at this point in time. Like, it is 1 year and a couple years that they had with Russell Wilson. And again, I'm not taking that away. He went to more Super Bowls, Russell Wilson did, than what Aaron Rodgers did. That is a feat in it. Like, that's huge. I'm not taking that away. It's just, I don't know if they are necessarily the prime example of what a really good team with a good quarterback situation is. Like, that's only a couple years.
But the Eagles kind of did it, right? Like,
the Eagles, okay.
I think there's something to.
I'm a big Nick Foles fan. Don't get me wrong here.
There's more than one path to getting to the Super Bowl.
Not for that reason. He went to the University of Arizona, you guys, and I watched him in college for a long time.
And I'm also referring to Jalen Hurts.
Dirty mind.
I'm referring to Jalen Hurts on his rookie contract. But Molly, what I'm saying is, I think what Evan's mostly trying to say is, if you look back at if you start in, like, let's say 2020, right? That was before the Eagles got to their first Super Bowl, maybe 2019. If you look back, you've got a bunch, like 17 of those 20 years are elite caliber quarterbacks. I think might be this Seahawks winning with Darnold might be showing a path forward that isn't about having to have that elite quarterback. That's not the only way to get it done anymore. And maybe what Evan's saying, or maybe what I'm reading the tea leaves from what he's saying, is don't be afraid to cut ties with your overpaid quarterback at some point when that time comes, because there's other ways to get to the Super Bowl. You don't have to have the franchise guy anymore. You can have a guy on a middling contract and get a bunch of studs to surround him.
So Schneider's been in Seattle for a while now, and so he's got a lot of wins that have been kind of piling up, and so that's why he gets credit for the whole run that they're currently on right now. And then you have the other side of it, where you have Howie Roseman, the GM for Philadelphia, also been in Philadelphia since 2000. So, and we can answer this on the other side, but this could be a good secondary Siding Unlimited poll question. You can get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's Carl's Talking text line. List is more. I'll ask it here and then tell you about Carbon World Health. But is it more important? Forget the quarterback, forget that. Is it more important to have a elite GM or an elite quarterback? We can talk about that on the other side. Carbon World Health is where you can get an elite body. Just ask me. You can ask them about hormone replacement treatment.
Okay.
Ask them about cryotherapy, red light therapy, a lot of other great things, including hydrofacials over at Carbon World Health. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
The best description of how I'm going to feel before and during this Packers game is literally like the beginning of that Eminem song where it's like, knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on my sweater already, mom's spaghetti. That's literally going to be me, like sweaty-ass palms.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency alert system. This station has conducted a test of the emergency alert system.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you. Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Dennis Semra with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Brady Wolfram from Lakeside Lutheran High School. Welcome.
Thank you.
Basketball now is your freshman year and sophomore year. Teams were at state. Mm-hmm. What was it like to walk into the Kohl Center?
Oh, I remember, heading out of the tunnel, and just when you get on that court, it's just a different feeling. You look around, it's just everything's so big. It was really cool.
When you're looking back at your time here at Lakeside, what is going to stand out the most?
Just the sense of community that we have at Lakeside. We're all together. We have that common factor of our faith. And then also in basketball, that state run my sophomore year, being in the Kohl Center and Casey hitting that buzzer beater shot to go to the state championship, that's something I'll never forget.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
A little extra energy boost, Zoa Energy is your answer. It's filled with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants for a clean, focused boost without the jitters. Zoa is also vegan, gluten-free, and it comes in a variety of bold flavors. With caffeine from green tea and guarana, it fuels endurance and mental clarity. You can head over to zoaenergy.com to find where you can pick some up for yourself.
She's Molly Brown. I am Jim Rutledge. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's the Carbos talking. Text line list is more. Matt Hamilton back at the Everlight Solar Studio with Primetime Mollershine. We are asking you, as a Packers fan, would you rather have an elite QB or an elite GM? Right now, 83% of you say elite QB, which is not shocking, but we kind of stumbled into it with Philadelphia and Seattle. Let's hear from Evan Cohen again. And this was on. Did he say this on Wildy and Tausch, or did he say this on Sports?
This was on Wildy and Tausch this morning.
He's in
yes.
his car. You can hear it.
Okay. All right, let's hear it.
The model franchise in the NFL when it comes to quarterbacks has been
Sounds
the
like he's
Green
in
Bay
the studio
Packers.
for Unsportsmanlike.
Hall of Famer, into Hall of Famer, into Pro Bowl caliber play. Should they really be labeled as the model franchise for quarterbacks anymore? Not that Jordan Love can't be great. Hasn't Seattle and Philadelphia done it better? They have found more guys that have won as many or more Super Bowls and been to more Super Bowls with more random names, faces, etc., than the Packers have recently. The Packers' model at the quarterback position is no down years. They don't have down years. They don't have gap years. But if you think about it, Seattle got to a Super Bowl with Hasselbeck, won one with Russ, won one with Darnold. Philly got to a Super Bowl with McNabb, won one with Wentz/Foles, and then got to another one with Hurts, and then won one with Hurts. Those teams have been to more Super Bowls in that time, correct me if I'm wrong, than the Packers, and also won more than the Packers in that time.
Just following up on that, Brandon and Tulsa chimed in. Did you guys hear the list on Wildy and Tausch today comparing the top 10 picks for both Goody and Ted Thompson? Ted won 10-0, crushing Goody, and it really put into perspective just how mediocre this entire team and franchise has been since 2000.
That list is a little biased.
2020, excuse me.
That list is a little biased because Goody just hasn't drafted nearly as long as Ted Thompson. And it wasn't going like by year. It was going like their top 10 best picks over the course of their careers.
Right, so he's got more.
How long was Ted Thompson
apple,
a GM for the
Exactly.
Packers?
I mean,
Versus how many years in is Brian Gutekunst?
Goody's either
8?
7 or 8 years in. I believe Ted Thompson was for about 15. Or it was at least a decade from what I know. I can't say from what I remember. I was barely even like cognizant by the time he started as the Packers
13
GM.
seasons.
Let's be real. If Goody's been, what did you say, 8?
7 or 8, I believe. Yes.
That's almost half.
Yeah.
You'd think you'd win at least one.
He did win some of them. Yes. And the list that
didn't our guy just say he went?
Brandon said that Ted won 10-0.
It's because they played a game where they matched it up bracket style, like March Madness. They were playing a joke on Wildy and Tausch this morning. It was not a very serious.
Okay.
It was not a very serious excercise from what I.
So
could
it wasn't
tell.
like a would you rather?
Yeah.
Swipe right, swipe left.
Kind of. One might say crush it or can it, possibly. But
Yeah.
it was. It was.
Remember what our game was called.
It went to show. It went to show that Ted Thompson was a really good GM, and Goody is probably average from what I would take away from it. And I think there's probably a better way to do it than what they did in Wildy and Tausch this morning. But Brandon and Tulsa does bring up a good point that Goody's overall results have been mostly mediocre because he doesn't. I mean, he just misses in the first round, and that'll bring you down every time.
This question upsets me that most people are voting for QB because
agree.
It's like, how are you not? If you think about this clearly, if you have an elite GM, he's going to find a very good quarterback.
Okay, but
maybe even elite.
Would you rather have John Schneider or Patrick Mahomes?
Ooh, John Schneider.
Really?
Maybe.
If he can build a team,
if you can build,
I think when it comes,
he can only do so much on offense.
But if you have
when Patrick Mahomes isn't on the
it's
field,
tough.
You could have a totally cheeks defense, and
It's
you're
also
gonna be terrible.
okay. Wait, I think the better Patrick Mahomes is a complete outlier. Like he can win with anything. Now, granted, this last season did not prove that, but I was thinking more of an elite quarterback of Aaron Rodgers in his prime. Like, even when we had Aaron Rodgers in his prime in Green Bay, we were not winning Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl like you did with Patrick Mahomes. Like, Patrick Mahomes is incredible. Like, he could go down as the best quarterback in the NFL, seeing how the rest of his career goes. Like, we'll see. But, to me, I don't know. I'm in agreement with you, Matt. I don't know how you pick elite quarterback because if we're saying that the Green Bay Packers have had elite quarterbacks for how many years? You only have 2 championship titles out of it. I don't know if we've ever had an elite GM and what that could do.
They're not all the quarterback's fault either. Sure, Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre had their moments where they are certainly part of the blame and maybe even the majority of the blame for some of the times that they didn't do well. But there's been other times, and again, I know Jim will argue this, that San Francisco game, everyone on that team was awful. Including Rodgers.
Including Aaron Rodgers.
Including Aaron Rodgers. But if you've got a line that doesn't let your punt get blocked, you might win that game. There's a ton of other things that a good GM puts the rest of the team together. And when one part of this Super Bowl winning machine isn't working, the other parts can pick up the slack. When you just have a quarterback, if they're not on, you're cooked. At least with a good team, but you have chances.
Here's the other part of it, and getting back to kind of the original argument there from Evan, is that the reason why we asked this is that I think it's easier now. It's still not easy to have an elite GM than it is an elite QB. Because I think right now, if you're really looking at elite QBs, it's Patrick Mahomes,
Josh Allen,
and I don't know. Josh hasn't done it.
Well, and that's
so
I'm blaming the GM. The GM hasn't put enough around him.
Okay, but so the thing
the
is,
GM just fired their head coach.
And maybe they don't have an elite GM, and this is why Josh Allen's in there. But I think it's easier to get an elite GM than an elite QB. So if you were chasing one, though, like you could stumble into a great elite quarterback as a mid GM.
Is there an elite GM that hasn't won a Super Bowl though? Like, is that the only? Because we have picked elite quarterbacks that haven't won.
John Lynch with San Francisco, I think, is right there.
Okay, I'll give you that. They're a pretty solid team, and they haven't won much.
There, and
they've gotten to
they've gotten Super Bowl twice, I believe.
Yeah,
yeah.
And
so
even last season, they looked like they were battered and bruised and out of it. And
Somehow they got it.
Yeah, and they scrapped their way into a. But I'm basically saying you're right. It's just harder to grade the GM because you don't hear about it every Sunday. You don't hear Mike Tirico talking about the GM of every team every Sunday.
And I would also say, how many elite GMs would we really say there are right now? Like, and how many could?
That was my question.
I mean, John Lynch, I think Jim brings up a great point. He is an elite GM. I would agree. But other than that, like Eric DeCosta with the Ravens is highly regarded. Yep. He hasn't won a Super Bowl as far as I know. I'm pretty sure.
Who's the guy at the Patriots? Isn't that Wolf?
Elliott Wolf is not regarded as an elite GM right now.
He did just get there, but I look at that team and they went from
he's done more than Brian Gutekunst.
3-13, 3-14 the year before, and then they get to a Super Bowl.
Elliott Wolf has been the GM for the Patriots for 2 years. For 2 years.
Am I wrong?
Matt, Elliott Wolf has been the GM for the Patriots.
You went from saying booty to cheeks.
Yeah.
Elliott Wolf has been the GM for the Patriots for 2 years. How many picks from his first draft do you think are still on the Patriots?
I don't know.
1, Drake May, the 4th overall pick. He does not have a good he does not have a good track record. He brought in Vrabel, and then they spent a bunch of money in free agency, which is like when you have a bunch of money to spend, and more resources than everyone else, yeah, it should be easy.
Well, yeah, but that's still a GM stuff. Like, let's not pretend like drafting's the only thing a GM does.
Okay, so because Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl, he's an elite quarterback?
I never said that.
Yeah, but that's kind of the logic you're using for Elliott Wolf right now.
I'm just saying,
he didn't win a Super Bowl. He just went there in his first year, second year, whatever you said it was.
Even weaker.
Look at Flacco's defense. They had an elite GM.
I agree.
That put an elite team around him.
I agree, but I'm asking, is Elliott Wolf an elite GM? He's not. He made it to the Super Bowl, but he's not.
The proof isn't necessarily in the pudding yet, but he's certainly on the right track.
Okay. All right,
is he not?
Here it seems like we're doing nothing.
So then, how many elite GMs would you say there are, Jim? Have you had time to look some up?
No, I was just too busy listening to you. What about Brett Veach?
Brett Veach is the GM
of Chiefs, and he came from Philadelphia under Howie Roseman.
So would you give him more credit or Patrick Mahomes more credit for what they've done? Do you think he's elite just because
Patrick Mahomes has made chicken soup out of chicken poop in Kansas City.
You still got to build
for the most part.
He's a 3-time Super Bowl champion, Veach. So
he also has Andy Reid as his head coach. Like, there's a lot going for him.
What about?
And also, Eric DeCosta has been with the
Eagles?
Ravens since 1996.
Now is your time that you're not going to take Mahomes' side for something.
No,
Come on.
I am.
What are we doing?
I was just going back to Eric DeCosta as well. No, Veach, like those are what obviously they do go hand in hand for sure. The elite GM is going to make an elite quarterback can make a GM look really good.
What about the Eagles GM?
Howie Roseman is definitely
he's
got
to be elite, right?
For sure. Him and John Schneider both.
Yeah, we mentioned him earlier. Yes.
So it sounds like there's fewer because I can name 5 elite quarterbacks.
Why am I starting to hate the word elite?
You cannot name 5 elite quarterbacks. I think there's one. Josh Allen is not elite.
Yes, he is. Oh my, he's an MVP winner. Lamar Jackson's elite. Yes, they
are. He
is
literally Aaron Rodgers in
Joe
my mind.
Burrow's elite.
Josh Allen is Aaron Rodgers.
But if we're doing this game, we only gave John Lynch was the only non-Super Bowl winning GM we gave to elite. So do we not apply the same rule to quarterbacks?
Well, we'd have to go through more of a list.
Do you
of
know of any
GMs.
other ones that you would consider elite? Like, what really good teams seem to have a bunch of bites at the apple and aren't getting it done? And in the end,
The Ravens, I would say, honestly. Eric DeCosta, I don't believe, was the GM when they won the Super Bowl. I think he's been with
He was the assistant GM then.
What
He's
about
been
the
there
Rams?
since 1996.
What about the Rams GM?
Les Snead is their GM. They've been to the Super Bowl twice with him as GM, and they've won one. They had Matthew Stafford as well, who is, as Jim would say, is borderline elite, borderline
And
Hall
Sean
of Famer.
McVay.
And Sean McVay.
Les Snead would have been the guy who went and got McVay and Stafford.
He definitely got Stafford. I believe he was the head coach. He was the GM when they got McVay, but he was also the one who went out.
2012.
He was the big F them picks GM. Remember, he kind of set that
Yep,
trend where
yep.
they went and traded for like Von Miller midseason, all that kind of stuff. He risks it for the biscuit, and it's paid off big time for the Rams.
I don't know. The more and more I talk about it, the more I'm secure in my decision that an elite GM is way more valuable than an elite quarterback.
I agree.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. A bad GM and bad coach can affect the quarterback. And so even if you're not, even if you don't get in their way, Brett Veach isn't in the way of Patrick Mahomes.
Can I ask one other question for this then? If we're talking about quarterbacks, GMs, and head coaches, those are obviously the three big parts of this. How many of those do you think need to be elite in order to win a Super Bowl on a given team? Like how many, like of those three? I would say the Seahawks had an elite head coach, elite GM, good to average quarterback. And I would say the Patriots had elite head coach, average GM, and borderline elite, nearing elite quarterback who looked very average in the playoffs, actually.
Yeah,
Right?
I would say ascending young QB. In
Yeah,
Green Bay, but
I don't know.
He was an MVP candidate. He was right there
Yeah,
most
but again,
of the
he
season.
didn't. I mean, there's just May seems like a guy really seems ripe to come back down to earth a little bit next year.
But not Caleb Williams.
He didn't beat a team with
He
winning
came back
record.
down to earth during the playoffs,
They didn't
if
beat
we're
a team
being
with a winning
honest.
record in the regular season.
Fair. Okay,
I think you need one.
And they barely beat Denver with a third-string quarterback or whatever.
You just need one.
You need one, but the other two have to be like
In a
very
snowstorm.
good.
Second string.
I think you can get away with very good at two of those and then elite at one.
I can't really think of an example for a Super Bowl winning team that didn't have at least two of those elite. I mean, the Rams, they had a head coach, quarterback, and GM who probably seem elite.
You need two because the
I would
Chiefs
say
would
it's
have
at
been
least-
Reed and Mahomes.
Yeah, I think you need at least two, and the third one better be at least average, if not better. I mean, shoot, the Rams went to the
Stay out of the
Super
way.
Bowl, with Les Snead as their GM, with Sean McVay as their head coach,
and Goff
was their quarterback, and they couldn't get it done.
Right.
I mean, you kind of need all three. It's really hard, honestly, guys.
I don't think you need all three to be elite, but you're probably right. It might be
In order to win
two to be elite and one to be above average.
Yeah, top 10 probably.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, maybe just playing elite at that given time, too. I mean, Sam Darnold was playing pretty damn well in the playoffs.
Or calling elite play calls.
Look, you can go back to Eli Manning. I don't know who the GM was during that time, but Eli Manning could catch fire and be elite for little bits and pieces.
And their
at a
head
time.
coach was the guy whose face is all right. Coughlin.
Tom
yes.
Coughlin.
And he was
With
like
the Vaseline.
Yeah, he was a pseudo GM, wasn't he? I think he had a lot of control over the roster, from what I know.
He was a sneaky good head coach, so he won a lot.
Yeah, they won 2 Super Bowls. Yeah, he was very good.
Right, and he won at Boston College.
16-0 Patriots.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we'll continue this conversation. We got to throw some stones on the other side. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I think, when they got to the NFC Championship games, they had buys.
1 seeds?
Yeah, they were buys.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Semantics.
Facts sometimes get you. No, those are facts.
No, yeah, it's a technical fact.
Take
Semantical facts.
All right, I'm not getting into it. Technical fact? You mean facts?
Yes.
All right, let's go to Brett
Technically,
Madison.
you're right.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
I worried about choosing the right two-year college where credits would transfer to UW, but I figured out a great path. At Madison College, I'm in the STEM program. The classrooms are intimate, instructors are engaging, and best of all, I'll be able to transfer to UW debt-free. My advice to others, start your journey here. You won't regret it. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
There are many reasons why local businesses are frustrated with their current business technology vendor.
LSM Chiropractic Business Manager Sarah Pavlik had her reasons.
I would say there was two components. The first was the lack of customer service that we were experiencing, and then pricing.
So Sarah, you switched to James Imaging Systems because?
Initially pricing, which was fantastic. Customer service was hands down something that we hadn't experienced with 2 or 3 prior companies.
What else makes James Imaging Systems stand out?
They spoke to us as people and not as just a number. They were actually concerned about what our bottom dollar was and what our needs were.
Bottom line, Sarah?
It allows us to be more efficient. Efficiency is just equivalent to time and money.
AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Make the switch today. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Hey, it's Molly Brown. And let's be honest, between work, kids, and everything else life throws at me, I'm always looking for a little extra energy. That's why I love ZOA Energy. It's made with natural ingredients, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, so I get that boost I need without the crash or jitters. Plus, there are tons of great flavors. It's vegan, gluten-free, and even low in sugar, so it fits right into my busy, health-conscious routine. So grab a ZOA Energy, fuel your body, focus your mind, and take on your day like a champ.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. Our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. Call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Hi, I'm John Hayes of Goodman's Jewelers. It's hard to imagine, but Goodman's has been the diamond store of Madison since 1933, which means your parents, maybe even your grandparents might have shopped with us. We maintain the same high standards, honesty, and integrity that kept them coming back time and again. Keep their history and our history alive. Shop Goodman's Jewelers today in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. We're online at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, featuring 2026 curling national champion Matt Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. That's where winners go. Millions of dollars are won every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. And in fact, last month they had 3 people win over $50,000 each. So go be a winner and go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown. Matt Hamilton back at the Everlight Solar Studio with Primetime Wollersheim. Let's throw some stones.
1, 2, 3,
Some takes are cooler than others.
You know this kid is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Some opinions are just cooler than the rest.
Now what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold.
And if you keep it chill, then it's a cold take.
Chill out. I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber, man.
I'm always the coldest.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's chillest Kia dealership.
Now, Jim, I will say throwing stones is fun, but there's only one thing I want to hear from you today, and that's what you got on LinkedIn.
It's man versus machine.
I'm conducting a social experiment.
It's real world versus virtual world.
I want LinkedIn to turn into MySpace. That is my absolute end goal.
Beep boop bop bop beep.
It's Jim versus LinkedIn.
Jim, what have you and ChatGPT generated today?
What have they cooked up?
I have to give credit to Molly and maybe all of you with the idea that today's should be around the passing of Pancakes. So today's post.
And who was Pancakes again?
Pancakes is the dwarf hamster that died over the weekend at the Rutledge household.
Okay.
So I'm going to share this on LinkedIn, and I'll share it with the group here. I mean, everyone should benefit from these great leadership and parenting lessons I can teach on LinkedIn. This week, our family had to say goodbye to a pet who had been with us for years. If you're a parent, you know that losing a pet isn't just about the animal. It's about helping your kids process grief for the first time. It's answering hard questions. It's staying steady when they're emotional, even when you're emotional too. Wow, tell me about it, ChatGPT. As strange as it sounds, moments like this sharpen you in business. As a parent, you don't shut down when things are hard. You model composure. You create space for your feelings. You communicate clearly. You make decisions that are thoughtful, not reactive. That sounds like me as a parent, never reactive. Those same muscles show up in leadership. In business, we navigate loss too. Lost deals, missed opportunities, team transitions, unexpected setbacks, the ability to stay calm, acknowledge reality, support others, and still move forward with clarity, and that is everything. Parenting reminds me every day that leadership isn't about having the answers. It's about presence. It's about empathy. It's about resilience in real time. Balancing dual roles at home and at work. It doesn't divide your strength, it multiplies it. Hard moments shape us. If we let them, they make us better leaders. Grateful for the lessons, even the painful ones.
Wow. This is getting worse. I've only heard 2.
Molly,
does this or does this not sound like every leadership book you've had?
I've read one leadership book. I don't even have a reaction to this because I'm so uninterested in it. Like, Jim forced me to read it today because he wrote it. Well, ChatGPT wrote it when I was sitting next to him, and I was just like, this is dumb. Why are we talking about that?
Did he turn his laptop screen towards you a bunch of times? Like,
yes, he did.
Look.
And then here's what he did next. No, and then this is what he did next. He goes, so how do I copy this? Like, on a Mac? And I was like, click the little square in the corner to copy it. And he's like, well, then how do I paste it? I'm like, ChatGPT it, I don't know. I've been on a Mac for years. Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah, so
how about your one tomorrow is how do I something with dual roles and being old and not knowing how to work things. How about you do that?
Okay, all right.
Wonderful.
Working with younger people who are mean to you, being bullied by your younger teammates.
Do it. See what happens. Maybe it'll tell you to set up a GoFundMe too.
How about how to take constructive criticism about your social media usage?
So can people like comment on LinkedIn? Like, has anyone commented on this?
It's like everything. Last I looked, he had 2 likes. 2. He's embarrassing himself for 2 likes of people that he doesn't even know.
I don't care about the likes.
Yes, you do.
No.
You tell me. Literally, you post and you're like,
more likes.
I already have 500 impressions on it. Yeah, he
would
thinks people like it, but yet
appreciate
only
more
2
likes.
people liked it.
Look, I would like. All right. My impressions over the last.
Who cares about your impressions if nobody's reacting with it? Like, it doesn't matter.
The reaction will come. My impressions over the last 7 days is up 461%.
Yeah, because you weren't doing anything before.
That's
my
true.
My engagement is up 100%.
That's because 2 people liked it. Only 1 person was liking your post before.
It was your dad.
Growth
Who wishes
is
you
not.
happy birthday on LinkedIn exclusively.
Your dad didn't even like this.
He has like some of them. It's not great. My new followers have grown as well. So, yeah.
By
Connections?
Only 20%.
Sounds like what? 2 people?
I have 1,174 followers on LinkedIn.
Is it followers? It's connections, right?
It says followers on here when I look at
You
the
can.
analytics.
It depends. I think it depends. If you're like at such a level where people just like follow you so they can see what you post, but they can't actually like message
Jim's
you.
at that point.
Yeah, Jim's like an influencer
Jim's
level.
got followers.
I think that's what it is. I think Jim might be at the influencer level
Wow.
on LinkedIn.
How about you start Since you're big
He's
on
like
TikTok
Bezos.
too, why don't you just start reading these on TikTok and see how well they do?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but
Ooh.
make
See
sure
how
you do
people
it with your
respond.
old man camera angle and do
Yeah.
it while you're like walking around.
Old Rutledge is at it again.
my dual role.
Yeah, exactly,
I can't
Molly,
read
you
my
nailed
phone
it.
right now.
Yeah, I can't get any
Gotta have the
closer to the
forehead.
camera to properly do this.
Yeah.
Anyone who's not watching on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream, highly recommend to see
Yeah, going
Molly's reactions of Jim's old man phone usage.
I can't wait. So last year for Halloween, I was Matt Hamilton. I cannot wait to be bald Jim Rutledge this next year for
Yes.
Halloween.
Old
That is going to
Rutledge
be
is
epic.
at it again.
Great.
Just walking around the office with your phone like here.
Hey guys, let me tell you about my dual role here on LinkedIn.
Sometimes
So
a
it's tough to
pygmy
be a
hamster
salesperson.
dying can be a opportunity as much as it is a loss.
You have to learn to grieve. One door closes, the other door opens.
Grieving is growing.
It's not your fault.
Seriously.
This is Jim Matt Mobson at Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
It's not like a real life choice. You just vote. There's no like.
You just vote for it.
Jim, I'm just telling you what the Twitter trolls are going to do. They're going to take one look at it and be like,
Vote
I
and
don't
you
want
vote
to pick.
like-
I don't want to pick.
I'm here in Milwaukee. I talk like a German. They vote.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Wisconsin weather doesn't wait, and neither should you. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we make upgrading your home simple. Right now, order today and get 0% interest until 2032. You heard me right. 0% interest all the way until 2032. Upgrade your windows and doors now and pay over time without paying interest. With our 10-year limited warranty, you can feel confident in your investment. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 3/31/2026.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just a priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
The Bucky Badger Student Mascot Fund was created to support the amazing student athletes who bring the best mascot in the world to life.
My name is Jake Huser. I was Bucky from 2021 to 2024, and my favorite memory of being Bucky was winning a national championship with both volleyball in 2021 and women's hockey in 2023.
Your donation will help fund new scholarships to ensure that the rich tradition of Bucky lives on. Learn more at supportbucky.org. That's supportbucky.org.
They say punters are people too, especially on KBN.
Brian Gutekunst is going to have his best offseason of his entire career. I've been thinking about roster development lately and what Goody has in store for him. And I don't see any way this team can become a title contender unless Goody has the best offseason of his whole career.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. Weekdays from 2 till 4 on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
A limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling and dealing, son of a gun, woo! Ric Flair is coming to Milwaukee. March 27th at the Riverside Theater. Giannis Antetokounmpo hosts Analysis Live with the WWE Hall of Famer and global icon himself. This isn't a cameo. This isn't a 5-minute interview. This is a full live show. High energy, unfiltered storytelling, behind-the-scenes moments you've never heard. And if you know Thanasis, you know he's bringing the juice. The energy, the laughs, the surprises, and when Ric Flair grabs a mic, anything can happen. Tickets are limited. Don't wait. Lock yours in now at taliveshow.com. The Analysis Live, March 27th at the Riverside Theater, presented by Gruber Law Offices and Potawatomi Casino Hotel. That website again is taliveshow.com to secure your tickets now.
She's Molly Brown. I'm Jim Rutledge. Matt Hamilton and Primetime Laura Shine back at the Everlight Solar Studio. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's Carbos Talk text line. This is more. We have a couple signing limited poll questions. One of them, as a Packers fan, would you rather have an elite QB or an elite GM? 59% of you say elite QB, 41% of you say elite GM, so that has evened out over time. We also asked the question.
Did one of you just gurgle? That wasn't me. Did one of you just gurgle?
Matt?
Admit to it.
I don't think so. Maybe.
No?
I did
Run
just
the tape
eat some
back,
of
Ryan.
Jim's goldfish. In the break.
There was a gurgle, Ryan. You heard it.
I didn't hear
heard it
anything.
too. I was talking. It could have come from me. I don't know. I'll be honest.
Yeah, when
I'm not trying to shame anybody.
Yeah.
This happens to me too, probably every day. But oh my God, I heard that.
I heard it too. I don't know if it's funny or not. But Matt's eating goldfish. So
Yeah, I'll take the claim
true.
for it. It was me. I was gurgling.
That's almost what it sounded like, Ryan.
And then I also
We're
ask you,
gurgling.
are you a Giannis fan or a Bucks fan? Right now, 73% of you say Bucks fan. Matt Hamilton.
Liars.
Bringing no heat. I abstain from voting in this.
That's because
Weak sauce.
Matt voted on one account as a Bucks fan, and the other was a Giannis fan.
That's
Yeah,
called
exactly.
weak
Both
sauce,
my
Matt
burners
Hamilton.
got in there. I feel like that is probably not doing. I want to see how the votes are going. Yeah, so it's been up longer than our GM post, and it's got fewer votes because people that don't like that there's only two answers and they don't feel either way are just doing what I'm doing, and they're abstaining from this vote.
Or
Can I
the
ask-
Bucks poll.
Oh, I was going to say, were they posted by the same account?
Yeah,
Or was
ESPN
one
Madison.
posted by Jim, Matt, and Molly?
Both are ESPN
Okay.
Madison.
Yeah, but one's about the Bucks and one's about the Packers. I
And
think
you
that's
know what?
probably
I just
more
realized I
logical
skewed it.
explanation.
I also retweeted the Packer one because I liked that question.
The star of the show.
Yeah, right. Like I've got a lot of pull on
National
this show.
curling champion.
Yeah, 7-time. No big deal.
Is there anybody else in this competition, or is it just like Team Schuster versus Team Schuster?
Well, I mean, I do have some silver medals, so like someone beat me at one point. But
Cool.
not for now.
Did you enjoy Charlotte?
Yes. Oh my gosh, Charlotte is a way cooler
Really?
city than I thought it was going to be.
Okay, what was cool about it?
Well, first of all, like I'm big into the food scene. Went to a lot of really great
Shocking.
food spots. I was very impressed with the food. I don't
Matt
think I had
Nye,
a
the
bad
science
meal
guy.
the entire time I was down there. So that in itself is impressive because I go to a lot of places. Granted, I felt like Charlotte was better than most of the locations I travel to for curling. Like, especially when I'm going to Canada, I'm going to like middle of nowhere, Canada. There's like 3 restaurants in the whole town. But this spot, like Charlotte, I could see taking a trip to. Like, I thought I could live there. Like, that's kind of like one of the questions our team will like debate amongst ourselves when we go to a city. Could you live here? And my answer was yes. Charlotte was pretty cool.
Interesting. I don't know if I'm fully convinced.
But you
on
got to look
Charlotte
out for
yet, but
LaMelo Ball because apparently he's notoriously bad driver. And like we had people like warning us, oh, Charlotte's in town. Stay off the sidewalks. Yeah.
And Raleigh, do you have feedback on Raleigh?
I
haven't
just
been.
said we have like 10 seconds right now.
I
haven't
have
been.
40.
Yeah, that was like 30 seconds ago.
I thought I could another count. All right, this has been Jim Matt and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
See ya.